based on the context in which a work was written, including about the author's life and the historical, political, economic, and social circumstances of the time. Historical lens, also known as the historical critical method, or higher criticism, is a branch of literary criticism that investigates the origin of ancient texts in order to understand the world behind the text. Now, how do you use the historical lens to describe the Great Expectations? I spoke with some professionals who would be able to answer some of my questions.
Professor Kane, could you explain the political system which was in place during Charles Dickens' times in England?
Well, the political system during that time was a constitutional monarchy, where voting was only allowed to people with land, wealth, or education. And just like all the other elite societies, women were not allowed to vote. There's also a shift of power from rural to urban Britain.
Professor Hongwu, could you please explain the economic and social conditions during the 19th century?
The social classification was divided into the upper class, which was made of elites and capitalists, the middle class, which included the businessmen, lawyers, etc., and the lower class, which consisted of the common working class. The divisions between the rich and poor widened, which was reflected in Great Expectations through the contrast of Pip, Joe, and Biddy, and Estella and Miss Havisham. Throughout the entire novel, Dickens compares different characters with their economic and social background. Connecting this with Dickens, Charles Dickens and Pip both started out poor, but they both became successful. Pip considers himself too good for his surroundings, just like Charles Dickens when he was younger and had to work. Great Expectation is set in early Victorian England, a time when great social changes were sweeping the nations. The Industrial Revolution of the late 18th century and early 19th centuries had transformed the social landscape, enabling capitalists and manufacturers to amass huge fortunes.